Many teams use Notion as the hub of their work, whether that's for housing information or collaborating on projects. And when teams come together on Notion, so do their tools via Notion's API. This video will show you how integrations can help you create a frictionless dialogue between the work you're achieving outside Notion and the work happening inside the app. What might such dialogues look like? Let's explore how different teams could connect tools to Notion with some example use cases such as Salesforce through automation tools like Zapier, Typeform, Slack, Github, and Jira. Know that there are dozens of integrations available, which give you the opportunity to connect to third-party tools. If your company uses a form tool like Typeform that has an integration with Notion, you can easily connect it. For example, your events team may use Typeform to collect information from meetup participants, like their names and emails. Once they set up Typeform to sync with Notion, they can automatically send that Typeform's results to a Notion database and flawlessly connect it to other information like a sales CRM. If your team is already using Notion to plan the meetup, this integration helps keep work within the same app. For instance, they could use this meetup page to draft an introductory email to all participants and click into the database to grab their addresses. Similarly, a sales team might want to populate a closed deals database in Notion every time a status changes in Salesforce. To do this, they could use the automation tool Zapier to connect both apps and choose the information they would like to send from there. Thanks to this integration, folks from other teams won't need to access Salesforce to see what their peers are working on. This database will update in real time with all the information they need. One might use Zapier again to link a Slack channel to a Notion page or database. As an example, you could create an article recommendations database in Notion to mirror an already existing Slack channel of the same name. Then you could have every new Slack URL in that channel show up here as a new database entry, and showcase additional information like the name of the person who shared the article. With so many messages circulating in Slack every day, it's easy to lose track of what is being shared for future use. This integration helps create a permanent place for all article recommendations, one that will not be interrupted by other pings from colleagues. The Notion database is more easily sortable and can be connected to other databases through relations. Furthermore, even when your entire team is using Notion as their home base, it's likely that smaller, specialized subteams like product or engineering will still need to get work done on other tools. To make this easy for everyone, you could try link previews, a type of integration that makes it simple to keep people informed on the work happening outside Notion. To achieve this, all you need to do is paste in the link to whatever issue or message you'd like to show, and select the Preview option. For example, your marketing team could release a tweet that a critical bug has been fixed without needing to look for the status in Jira. This saves teams time and avoids having to create Jira accounts for folks outside the engineering team. Or in this engineering roadmap, team members could paste in GitHub issues inside their corresponding projects page. You might also want to comment on these link previews. For example, you could ping a colleague about the progress of this issue without having to leave Notion. If you're working with external collaborators, they could be using different tools for project management. You shouldn't have to write back and forth emails requesting access for those tools. Instead, just ask your collaborators to add in link previews of their work inside Notion. For Trello or Asana, they would only need to copy the URL of the task and paste it in a Notion page. Again, there will be no leaving Notion to track progress. Changes to a status will be updated here too. Finally, if you're using a messaging tool like Slack, consider previewing important messages shared by your peers in Notion. Sometimes these can help give context to newcomers and perhaps put a face to the person who first shared an idea, like in this music page, which lists out music licensing and the composer the team has worked with so far. This was an overview of the many ways to connect your Notion workspace with other work tools. With the help of integrations made by us and our partners, you'll be able to easily automate smooth workflows, or even use Notion's API to build your own integrations. For everything regarding Notion integrations, you can follow this link. What's more, link previews are a simple solution to bringing pieces of information from elsewhere into Notion. We hope these few examples inspired you to create your own custom connections between the tools you love.